Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westie here, and I wanted to pop on and talk about hormone levels for burning fat. I had somebody give me this question because I've been talking about hormone levels that are off and how they prevent you from even getting to or close to a fat burning point. So all the exercising, all the other things that you're trying to do to try and burn fat or boost your metabolism aren't going to do anything in your body if some of these hormones are off. So I chose some of the main ones that we're looking at here in the Dutch test. This is something that you get when you are in the 12-week challenge. So I'm going to put that in the comments here. There we go. If you are not on the wait list for the next 12-week challenge, you want to be on the wait list. You get a Dutch test, customized recommendations and everything for you there. And just a lot of great information as well. So looking at this, I talked about things before, hormones being off that prevent you from being in fat burning. If you have more questions on that, or if you want me to deep dive into something, let me know. I can absolutely do a video on that specifically. But here are the things where we're looking at hormone levels that look good. What are we looking for? How do we know that this is the right thing and that our body can get to a fat burning point? We're looking at mainly estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, and that they're balanced and they have an even process as they're being filtered through the body. So when we look at that, this is a sample Dutch test. So we're looking at like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone here. And you can see, so when I say balanced, it doesn't mean that it should say a certain number. Like you might be a person that's a higher hormone person, so maybe your levels are just more robust. Maybe you're a lower hormone person, that's fine. But as long as these dials are correlated with each other, they're balanced for your body, then that's the appropriate level for you and functionally what's gonna be helpful for you. We take all these things into account, your specific system and what's the right levels for it, right? But you can see this is like very, very off. And if your hormones are really, really off, not balanced or correlated with each other, your body's not going to be able to get to and stay in a fat burning point. Just can't. So having these levels balance out better is important. Estrogen and progesterone, this is an example of what would be, again, assuming that this person took the test at the right time, because you have to take it at a certain time, this would be like estrogen dominance. Their estrogens are crazy high, progesterones are really, really low. Not good. And then testosterone too, being really, really low. Testosterone is really important for, hair growth, acne, libido. Yeah. Testosterone is really helpful also for energy, stamina, muscle building, things like that. So that is a big deal that this is this low. And that's one of the things too that I'll see. Sometimes women are like, well, my periods maybe are, they're regular. Yeah, I have PMS issues, but whatever, I can put up with it, but I have acne and all these other things, and I just can't build any muscle. We're looking at a big imbalance then with estrogen and testosterone and the issues there. A lot of times, the stamina, energy, all that stuff here, that's going to hold you back. Estrogen also can play a huge role in weight loss resistance. So maybe that weight has just crept on really slowly, but no matter what you do, none of it will release. What the heck is going on? Estrogen. And so I'm not going to go into it here because I can if you want to in a different video. I would just dedicate a whole separate video for this. How your body processes all these hormones. Because if there's a hang up in one of the areas where it's being processed unbalanced, right? Yeah, that's also going to contribute to the weight loss resistance and everything else. Yeah. So that's one of the big things here. That's one of the things that we look at, just having these be balanced overall. The next piece here is the cortisols. It has been a while since I've seen some decent cortisol levels. Everybody's cortisols are all over the place. Shocker, right? Oh, weird. Oh, right? Just crazy. But with the cortisols, we're measuring, and this is again on the Dutch test. This is one of the levels that we see. And you can even see here, this is why I love this test, because it shows you the stress on the brain, trickle-down effect to the adrenals and adrenal output from here. So this is called your HPA axis. H for hypothalamus, P for pituitary, and then A for adrenal. So if you want, look this stuff up, dive into this. I'm always an advocate for people, doing more research and learning more about your body. Freaking hormones. Oh, Erica, I know, right? Right? Come on. Now, don't get more stressed out as I talk about stress, okay? But we're looking at this number here related to cortisol. They call it metabolized cortisol. This is related to adrenal function. Oof, these adrenals are working big time. big time, working overtime here. That's kind of exhausting. And then we're looking at how your body stores this is the bioavailable stuff that your tissues use. So I talk about this being like gas in your tank, right? And what you're using throughout the day. And this is how your body stores it in the cells, and this one gets activated. So these should match and be correlated to each other. And these ones are in this example, they're just really dang low. Come on, really dang low. Get out of here with that. You got nothing. Adrenals are working crazy overtime, right? So this is where adrenals are working overtime, and you've got nothing that's being stored and nothing that's able to be used in the body. And a lot of times the brain will immediately go, why? Why is that? What is that? Sometimes your system just is fried. Like you are so exhausted mentally, physically, all that stuff. There's inflammation that's keeping you from being able to have that normal process. There's other hormonal things, right? There's maybe your body's not detoxing properly. Maybe you have some other nutrient deficiencies that are impacting this as well. Yes, all the things. So it's really important that you're looking at this and saying, oh, I just need to take this one supplement and it's going to fix my cortisols. It's really, you have to look at all the angles and really work on everything at once in order to make progress. But that's one of the big things there, that these have to be balanced with each other and support each other in how well your adrenals are working, the cortisols that are available, how it's being stored, everything. And then we look at the pattern. You'll see they have these graphs on here, and the pattern's really important because it tells me how your system is utilizing that cortisol throughout the day. You should have a certain amount when you wake up, and it should be mid-level here. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a green, I put the little green dashed thing right in the middle there. So like when you wake up in the morning, like bing, it's waking you up, it's getting you out of bed. You're like, here I go, doing things for my day. Most productive, brain clarity, supportive time here is, within the first, this is about 2 hours after you wake up, and then, another 2 or 3 hours later, so you got this maybe 4 or 5 hour chunk of the day where it's supposed to be, you are on point. You can still have energy and focus the rest of the day. It's just not as, effortless as it is right there in the morning, Most people are at work, right? But that should come up and then come down for the rest of the day and then be down at night as you're going to bed. That helps wind the brain down so you can sleep. Now I'm gonna draw something, and actually I saw one of these today. This is starting off here. It was like, oh look, you have some in the morning, and then it went boom, opposite direction, and then by the evening, boom, up at night. That's what the scales levels were. Total opposite direction, everything else. So what's funny is that the total measurement of all the cortisols looked fine. Like the total number looks good. It's within range. Oh, yay. Fantastic. Her pattern's completely opposite. So waking up, her body starts to crash big time. And then as she's supposed to be going to bed at night, her body goes into this extreme stress, like almost not panic attack, but just like really revved up. And when I was talking to her about what I was seeing, she's like, holy cow, that's exactly what it feels like in my body. I was like, well, yeah, because that's what's happening. I'm not psychic, that would be cool. Anyway. I mean, I see it. This is what's happening. This is what your body's doing. So in order to turn this around, it's not just a matter of, oh yeah, meditate at night. Meditating, your brain is going to be like, ha, yeah, right. Worry about everything. Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. Everything's on fire. What else do I have to do? What else can I worry about? Like having levels like this far high out of range, like your heart rate is going to be higher. Like your whole body's going to be reacting to this. So when you have levels like this, the other thing to keep in mind with these cortisol levels is that when these things are off, it can lead to several things. Sometimes it is just weight gain. And then there's weight gain where I call it disproportionate weight gain. Yeah. That means that you're like, yeah, I haven't been perfect. I did have like half of a cookie last week. Yeah, but you shouldn't have gained 10 pounds from half a cookie. That's disproportionate weight gain for what's happening, right? That's an issue with cortisols, for sure. And then you'll have that weight loss resistance. Oh, I thought you said weight loss resistance was estrogen. I did. There's more of it here. Yeah, weight loss resistance. Double trouble there. Yeah. Then when we look at the cortisols, especially the patterns, if they're off, insulin resistance, leptin resistance, other things like that, muscle support, and then it also trickles into progesterone balance and support of the other adrenals and androgens and things like that. It can relate to, acne or hair falling out or all that other stuff. I know, exhausting, right? So this is what it would look like if it's appropriate and these levels are balanced with each other, so that you would be able to say, oh, your cortisols look good, you can work out, you can push your body physically, it's not going to have a negative reaction, and you're going to be able to build muscle and burn fat when you work out. If it's bad here, no, your body's not interested in fat burning. It's in survival mode. Yeah. So it takes time to reverse that process. It takes effort. Again, not just eating clean. You can't just eat more salads for this. You know what I mean? You can't outrun this either. It's not just more time on the treadmill. Erica, so glad I had the Dutch test, right? To actually know what's happening in your system. It just sheds so much light on everything. So much light on everything. So having that balance, having that knowledge lets you move forward in the right direction for you, so that you can, hi Gary. Such a turd right now. Gary. It lets you move forward in the right direction for you, so that you stop spinning your wheels and stop thinking that you just need to, I need to, do this more or that more. Oh yeah, just more salads, more lifting, more interval training. Gary. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Gary. Look at his face. Oh, he got my eyeball. Okay, go on, go get him, go. Oh, he's ripping around. Yeah, he really got my eyeball. That's gross. Okay, that's scary, my puppy. Okay, so hopefully this answered the question of hormone levels for fat burning. Now, these are just some of the things that we look at on the Dutch test. We also look at neurotransmitter levels, some nutrient levels, creatinine, which tells me whether or not your body's filtering things through your kidneys well. We also look at a lot of liver things, inflammatory markers, things like that. So there's more information there that also relates to metabolism. But for main hormone levels, this is what we look at and what I would want to see balanced to let me know that your system would be ready to burn fat. If these levels aren't there, there's no way that your body would be ready to burn fat. You know what I mean? It would be like, oh, I'm gonna get in this boat and row across the lake. Yeah, this boat, this is my boat. I'm gonna get in and row across the lake. And you get in the boat and there's no oars for you to row with. There's holes in the boat. Oh, by the way, there's a huge anchor just sitting there. So you're like, I gotta go across the lake. So you end up like trying to paddle, and you're just slowly sinking. That's what it's like to try and lose weight when your hormones are really imbalanced. Yay! So go in the comments, get on the wait list for the next 12-week challenge, get your specific Dutch test results, make sure you are doing exactly what your specific system needs to move forward with the best health for you. So let me know if you guys have questions, or if you want me to do a deep dive on like just this or something. I'm more than happy to do more specific information for you if it's helpful. Other resources I have are my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon. Book, The Female Menopause Solution, also on Amazon. All about nutrition that matches your hormones in whatever phase of life you're in. My YouTube channel is called Dr. Beth Westie. You can subscribe to stay updated on all the videos I have coming out. And my podcast is called The Female Health Solution. So you can subscribe to that as well to get more information there. All right, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I will see you later.